We didn't do the stream feed for that window last night. We tested another one.
Oh, okay.
Did they get you chain on the CD?
In this area, that's a pretty professional. Prices are just skyrocketing.
It is. I don't know. Look at the bedroom, look at the bedroom. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that would.
That makes it, I mean, when we walked in, we looked in one of the houses. Except that,
Yeah.
energy in the lake, and I mean, we have our own TV show. We have like 13 or 14 different kinds of birds that come to our bird feeder. Plus we have geese, ducks, eagle, osprey, hawks. The day I moved in, I was out in our backyard, and an eagle came right up between the houses with the fish. Right up, and it just came like, oh. We have a huge hawk that just sat on my radar.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know that until yesterday. So
Let me add this remote control in here. Do that. All right. Let me step in there real quick.
the stream is up, which is good. That was giving me a little scare right there. The stream. So right now what people are seeing is just the screenshot that says this show will start soon. Actually, they can probably hear me.
Oh.
Which is fine. But I'm going to put the remote control up here and then we'll make control of the camera.
Definitely ain't your first day, huh?
I got here with Nah, you can look at that.
Oh, okay.
We push it to the right, it zoom in. Push it to the left, it zoom out, and that's all you gotta do because everything else is set up on auto.
Okay. So what do I zoom in and out on?
So for the first one's gonna be me. Yeah, whoever's talking.
Yeah, not your shots today, okay?
You wanted to be on that video. You in there. You in there. All right, we ready to roll in 4 minutes. Oh, and then
So just keep it wide when nothing's going on.
yeah, like nobody can see anything right now. If you look at it right here, here's a lot of things. So they see this, a lot of things are start short. But before I go up there, I'm gonna switch it to the camera screen. Yeah.
You want David in there?
We had planned on putting some CD in, but it didn't work out. So I don't know how we can. I don't know what we're gonna do now. I thought he had a CD player here.
Oh, I would have brought me.
plan on starting at 15 anyway. You been over here before? So the lady who I think is she's probably the board that I'm always asking her about. She here somewhere. So I helped out. Especially when they're young people.
Okay. Okay, I'll pick it up.
You ready?
Good morning. I'd like to thank all of y'all for coming out today. We did plan on having some music, but it didn't quite work out exactly right. So it seemed like we're starting later than we intended. We actually planned on starting at 11:15.
It's 11:14, so you good.
Oh, so I got 3 seconds. I'm gonna just let everybody introduce themselves. Our family trees are not the same. We have a different mother. But I proudly tell the world that this man is my brother. There's nothing in this whole wide world that we wouldn't do for one another. I'm sure I'd even give my life for my brother. There are still those in darkness who do not understand how I would carry the load that belongs to another man. When asked, why bear the load that belongs to another? I simply smile and say, he ain't heavy. He's my brother. We'd like to thank all you guys for coming out here today. My name is Caterer, and today we celebrate my wife writing her first book. I'll recite a small excerpt from one of my favorite poems that I learned while I was in college at good old Winston-Salem State University. And it's very powerful in thinking about how we can make sure that we give back, help out our family, our friends, our brothers, our sisters. And I got 2 of my neighbors here today who definitely live up to that. They are always willing to help out, give a hand, and I don't probably say it enough, don't say it today. I appreciate you guys. So, reaching back, reaching down, helping someone out. That's kind of what my wife's book is about. So, she went through some challenges, trials, made some mistakes when she was younger, and then she's talking about this in her book and the triumph and coming out untarnished. So, we celebrate today her writing her first book. At one point, we had talked about she was going to go to some kind of book event that was out of town and so forth. I was just like, nah, when we do this, we want all our family and friends to be in the house, and so we wanted to do it in Raleigh. And I thank Deb, one of my good friends, she's like family now, for allowing us to come in here. We're at Pure Life Theater. And if you guys have never been to Pure Life Theater before, you can check it out online, or you can go to donnasherrie.com. And if you look on events and collaborations, you'll see everybody who had a part of this event today, and you can click on those links and be able to see different people who are part of this event. And so, starting off, one of the ladies that I met here at Pure Life, she's going to sing today, and she has a beautiful voice. So, I welcome to the stage Miss Maria Barber.
Thank you. I appreciate that good introduction, even though I was messing up the video during our last event. And I am a part of the Pure Life Theater family. We we are currently running a show. So we have flyers if you want to come check us out. So today I'll be singing Rise Up by Caterer. Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. Can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gonna walk it out. Move mountains, gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. When the silence isn't quiet, you feel like it's getting hard to breathe. I know you feel like dying, but I promise you we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. Bring it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we've got each other. For that we've got each other. For you, for you, for you.
Beautiful voice, part of the Pure Life Family Theater here, and they put on a lot of great events. And so I would encourage you guys to check out the website, check out DonnaSherrie.com, go to events and collaborations. If you're watching online, right under the, if you watch on YouTube, there's a link under there to get to Donna's website. Just go to events and you'll be there. And if you're watching right from her website, then you're already there. And so you can go to the events and be able to see the different people we've collaborated here. And the Pure Life family is strong. And they put on a lot of good events, and I encourage you guys to come out if you can. So, next up, we have Deanna Murphy. And so it's important for us to understand the town that we're in. And mental health is very important. And we wanted to take just a minute to kind of highlight some of the challenges that are in our communities now, especially with the pandemic and so many things going on. And so we have Dr. Deanna Murphy is going to come and speak with us for a minute. Miss Deanna.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Conte, I heard you say 1 minute. You said it twice. So that let me know I have maybe 3 minutes before somebody's going to scream at me. I love talking about mental health because I think it's a topic that we really don't visit too often. Some of it is out of shame, some of it is out of our own traumatic experiences, and some of it is just ignorance. You know, we don't know what we don't know. So today I'm just going to give you a few statistics on how trauma can show up in individuals and within our families, okay? So, what is trauma first off? I'm reading from the paper because if I stray away from this paper, y'all, I'm going to be here all day. So I'm just going to stay on this paper because it keeps me on task, okay? So what is trauma? Trauma is a deeply disturbing or distressing experience that one may go through. It is also identified as an emotional shock that some individuals may experience after going through something distressful. What are some of those causes of trauma? We have car accidents. This may show up in an individual who has been in several accidents or one accident. You guys are traveling with them and they're like, no, I'm going to drive, I got this, you just ride with me. It's because of fear of getting into another accident, okay? Acts of war, we're kind of going through that right now. Prolonged abuse. Prolonged abuse is abuse that has been happening for a number of years. This can show up with verbal abuse, physical, sexual abuse as well. Natural disasters, serious illnesses, grief, the loss of someone, medical interventions, childhood neglect or abuse, and then also experiencing racism. Some of you are saying, how can experiencing racism be traumatic? Well, it's traumatic and it comes off as a traumatic response when you hear someone say, well, I don't like certain races, I don't trust doctors, I don't trust the police. That is a trauma response to something that either they have gone through or something that they've witnessed on social media or someone in their family has gone through it. So yes, racism can be a traumatic event. Sometimes I think we see the responses of individuals and we don't take our minds back to what is the root cause of this. So we just see the traumatic experience not knowing what led to that. So when we see individuals who are acting as we may think out of ignorance or being irrational, let's think back to what could be the root cause of this behavior that they're exhibiting. Some of those behaviors may look like this: confusion, difficulty staying on task, denial or shock, being angry, easily irritable, feeling fear and anxiety, feelings of sadness, or just being very withdrawn. Now, women experience trauma in different ways. Yes, everything I just listed goes along with females, but there are additional risk factors with women. 1.5 of all individuals will experience one situation that was traumatic. From that, 20% of that 50% will develop PTSD. PTSD is not something that everyone who's going through something traumatic develops. PTSD shows up as nightmares, consistent thoughts that you can't turn off, flashbacks from the distressing event. So 20% of individuals who go through something traumatic will experience PTSD. 8% of Americans have had PTSD at any given time. Let me give you a bigger picture of what that looks like. That is the sum total of Texas, okay? An estimated 1 out of every 9 women will develop PTSD. That's twice as likely than men. When we look at trauma in Black women, it shows up in those ways in addition to experiencing obesity, disordered eating, chronic illnesses, heart disease, and diabetes. When I mention obesity or disordered eating, this can come from verbal abuse. If you were growing up in a home and a family member is constantly comparing you to an overweight family member or saying, aren't you tired of eating? Why do you keep eating this much? You're not going to be pretty. You're never going to get married. You're not going to find a man. That can lead to some type of disordered eating. If an individual has been sexually abused, they may decide, I don't want to bathe because I don't want the attention anymore. So I'm going to do things to protect myself. Trauma says I was out of control and I was powerless when an event happened. So then your brain decides to protect you and it will say, you will never be powerless again. You're going to have control in all formats. So we look at some people and we're like, you're just so controlling. What is the issue? Well, the issue could be some underlying trauma that they have experienced. We look at some individuals and we say, you don't have any emotion. Nothing bothers you. You know why? They may have gone through prolonged trauma. What that means is, I'm going to say this, and it's the last thing, Conte, I'm feeling you over here looking at me. Like, girl, I said 1 minute. So I'm going to give you one example, and then I'm going to sit down, I promise. So if you have, this hand right here represents someone's birth. Okay, this is the day that they're born. Let's say parents split up. Let's say there's someone who has died. There is some level of abuse. There was a traumatic breakup. There was another death that they encountered. There was some racism at work, some racism at school that stopped them from getting a job. There was some racism that led to someone in their family passing away. You see all this gap in between my hand. That means they have developed that level of tolerance for trauma in their lives. So it may show up as they will not get out of that abusive relationship. Someone who's never experienced trauma, or it was experienced later in life, will say, red flag, don't you see the red flag? They may just see a flag. They may not see that it's danger, because they have developed a tolerance for trauma. So it is harder for them to see the danger when they're in a situation and remove themselves from that situation. If you or anyone that you know may have experienced trauma and you are ready for therapy, if you have insurance, take out your insurance card. On the back, there should be a number. Contact them, let them know, hey, I'm ready for therapy. How many sessions will my insurance cover? If you are uninsured, please feel free to contact Alliance Behavioral Healthcare if you live in Wake County, Durham County, or Johnson County, okay? That number is 919-651-8401, okay? Another way that we can help is in the same way that our awesome speaker on today and and our author, Ms. Donna Sherrie, she has opened up her platform. This was so selfless of her, and I think it's just beautiful. This is her book signing event, but she is like, we need to hear more about trauma. So if you sit on the platform, bring up the topic of mental health. Open up that platform so that professionals can come in and can speak on that topic. You never know who you're healing or who you can save by just offering the space for the information to be given, okay? I thank you guys so much for your time, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. And again, I'm just so thankful for Donna even offering or having a platform on mental health. Just thank you guys so much.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Nice to see you. My name is Candace. I'm a poet, and I've been asked to share a piece with you all today. And I just want to first say thank you for the opportunity to be here. The piece that I chose to read for you today is called Sunshine. And I chose this piece because I felt so compelled by this beautiful book, Untarnished, written by Miss Donna, and the idea and concept of going through so many things and coming out on top is just so empowering to me. And I just want to thank you for your writings. You know, I'm really very excited about your book. So this piece is called Sunshine. Sunshine in the city, shine your light on me. Shine your light so we can see. Sunshine in the city, shine your light on me. Shine your light and set me free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shine your light. Warm sun rays reflecting on my face subtly reminds me that life is great. Enjoying the thoughts of a bright future, new beginnings, rising above the horizon, shining pure greatness for the world to see. Incredibly perfect with all its possibilities. Warm sun rays shine on my face. Today is a beautiful day. I give thanks for my existence in this beautiful space. I give thanks for my existence in its beautiful space. I'm in love with all of its beautiful rays, the way it wraps themselves around me as if to say, everything is okay. Life is great. Reflect your light in the same type of way. Remind someone to do the same. Effect change, make a difference, love someone, love everyone, but not the same. Love them in their own unique way. Be great. Rise above the tides and enjoy the waves. The view is magnificent. Can't you see yourself sparkling on their crest like tiny shooting stars that landed on the water and continue to glow, refracting their light through prisms, creating tiny little rainbows? Warm sun rays reflecting on my face subtly reminds me that life is great, and today is in fact a beautiful day.
Miss Candace Burton, another member of the Pure Life family. I became a fan at the last event she was a part of, and she recited 2 original pieces, and man, my wife liked her, we were happy to be able to have her come out here today, so we appreciate you. Ms. Deanna, thank you again for giving us a little bit about mental health. If you want to find out more about mental health, again, DonnaSherrie.com, right on our webpage on events. If you go there, then you can get in contact with Deanna, and also Pure Life is up there if you have any questions about different things that we have going on here. It's a good place to learn more information. Moving right along, we have had some people who have read the book, and they actually think that it's a pretty good book. I read it too. And so, it was so many people who wanted to say something today, but we could only pick a few. And so, Donna picked them, not me.
Hey.
One of her good friends, and or 2 of her good friends actually. The first one who's going to say something about it is going to be Nikki Bonds, and then Betsy. Hey.
Right here. Yeah, Haig, right here.
Hey. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
I didn't want to pronounce your name wrong. I just know Betsy. I don't know. We've only met a few times, but I hear about Betsy all the time. And Nikki, they grew up together, so of course I hear stories about her too. So Nikki first, then Betsy.
Okay.
You got 2 minutes.
Donna has been my best friend since we were 9. So when I learned that she wrote a book and I read it, was it like going through a time warp? Yes, definitely was. But I think just like everybody else who read it, it gave me goosebumps. Even though I knew a lot that happened, it gave me goosebumps. What it taught me about my best friend was that what she went through, my biggest fear when she was released was that she was going to come out angry, a chip on her shoulder. Donna came out happier than ever. Made me happy to be a friend, but I've never known any situation to break her spirit, ever. So just like everybody else, I read this amazing book with her journey, her reintroduction to her faith. I got goosebumps. I'm a reader. I loved it. And not just because she's my best friend, I loved it. She took her life experience and put them in 120 pages. Who could do that? But Donna. This book made me proud to call her my best friend. It made me proud that she's the woman that she is today. And only greatness is in store for Donna. So I don't know where she went, but I love you. Everybody buy a book. Tell your family. Tell your friends.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a huge, huge honor. I do need my sheet of paper here too, because I get lost and want to talk too much. My name is Betsy Haig, and I have the privilege of calling Donna my good friend for over the last 10 years now. I jumped at the chance when she asked me to give a review of her book, Untarnished. Encouragement and hope. Encouragement and hope. Encouragement and hope. These are 2 words that entered my mind continually as I read Donna's book. It's what we're all looking for, hope and encouragement. She takes you into her world and depicts her childhood from her early days and takes us through all the way into her adult years. This book is extremely honest and revealing, and there are times when Donna lets us know that there were times of little hope, where she lacked consistent encouragement, and there seemed to be a pattern of destruction. However, and the best part, is that the story does not end there. Due to her courage and her will never to give up, Donna overcomes obstacles that would have destroyed many. Her willingness to be vulnerable and give us, the reader, an insight into her struggles is a gift that should be recognized and cherished. Through Donna's descriptions and the events that shape her life, she reminds us, the reader, of some universal truths that follow all of us, no matter where we are in life and what life has dealt us. Some of these universal truths I thought were as follows. 1, words matter. 2, if you are listening and open to listening, encouragement can come from the most unexpected places. Families and family relationships are complicated, and that's okay. The indignities of our justice system and prisons are real. The effects of childhood trauma are extensive. The power of forgiveness is necessary for healing. And finally, the unexplainable grace of God is there for all of us if we are ready to accept it. So are you someone who is looking for hope and encouragement? This is the book for you. Thank you, Donna, for the gift of writing this book and listening, being an excellent friend, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Miss Betsy and Nikki, for your inspiring words. We appreciate that. So y'all hear me talk about Pure Life, and so I'm new to the Pure Life family. So I've made myself a part of the family, and they accepted me. So the lady who I call my friend, who is the brains behind the operation, Miss Deb, I wanted her to come up and say a few words about Pure Life, and also they have an event going on today. I know some of you guys won't be able to come, but if you can, you're in for a treat. All right, Miss Deb.
Hey everyone. I just want to say that I am deeply honored. Thank you. I'm honored that you're here and grateful. And welcome. And the door's always open. Family, our Pure Life family is not like regular, nor like the typical theater. Ours is ever embracing, and we keep ourselves open to the family that is seeking us. I can give a beautiful example of that in the current show we're doing, She Persisted, which is based in truth, history, the history we sometimes don't like to talk about, and its impact, one of the leads in the show came to our door back at Christmas time when we were really, really busy and all the stuff was going on, and she was like, I really want to be a part of this. And I was like, well, come back, be a part of this. And she came back the same night that one of the role that she's doing now, the woman had quit. And so she had, for good reason, she had to quit. and Naomi walked, or Kiara walked back to the door. And that to me is God. And so it tells me always that, well, you know, when God is reinforcing the work that you're doing, it's like, thank you, God. I'm gonna try to keep listening and picking up the things that land in my lap. And so we are that way at Pure Life. And we're that way with our shows, we're that way with our camps, we're that way with our programs. We are here to be a part of the community in a way that embraces and nourishes truth, hope, and love. It's a part of our mission statement. And so when Conte, we met each other through the African American Cultural Festival. We're both on that board together. The whole aura of Conte and Donna and the beauty of the relationship there and the beauty and the importance of the work that you're doing as someone who's worked in the prison for many, many years and understanding the injustices of why that prison system even exists. The aura, thank you for bringing that love into and meshing it with the love that was already here. You're always family. We love you. Come be a part of our work. Ask us how. Verlene Oates is here. She's the artistic director for the Revolutionary Voices, which is our young adults. We embrace them in. We don't charge them money. We give them an NCT conservatory education without charging because it benefits everybody if we don't do that. I mean, in the long run, now our Revolutionary Voices are running shows and doing all the stuff we typically have to pay people for. So it works. But it works with the incredible leadership of Verlene Oates. And then Maria Barber, who you heard from today, is a part of the core leadership. We don't identify ourselves at Pure Life with labels for so you oftentimes will hear executive director, you know, managing director. We are core leaders, and every single person at that table is important. So thank you for being at the table with us. And thank you for bringing this amazing piece of writing to us. It's beautiful and important, and we need it. The way we end the current show, She Persisted, is with the song Hope. And I think that that's what you hold out for us. So I'm deeply honored and grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
So making an impact in our community and the young people and the lives that they have, the impact they have on those young lives. There's some old, grown people too. So it's amazing to see. So I call Deb family and the rest of the Pure Life family. Also, one of Donna's friends is Kalina, and some of the refreshments we're going to have today, she prepared those, and so all the information is on the website. I'm gonna keep myself from saying it 1,000 times, but we are here to promote a book. So I know everybody in here already has like 10. You have about 12 copies. But today, if you get your books, only today, they're normally like $14. They're $15 or $14.99, I think. But today, only today, they're $10. And if you get them here, they're $10. If you order them, if you guys are ordering online, you still can order today and get it for $10 plus shipping. If you get here today, you don't have to pay for shipping. So what a great time to get a book, and the author can sign it. How about that? So I know some of y'all already have y'all books, but y'all want another one. You want to buy one for somebody else. Today is the perfect time because it's $4 less than it normally is. Is that all right?
Yes.
All right. So with that, I introduce my lovely wife, who got her hair done yesterday. She's like, don't touch me. I just got my hair done. Don't touch me. I can't cook dinner tonight because I got my nails done. So she won't too pretty to cook dinner, but she does look good. Come on up here.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you all so much for being here. It's such a joy, a privilege, and I'm so humbled to even be before you, to be able to share
a piece of me, my story with all of you and those who will read it. So thank you so much. So a lot of people that I've talked to ever since I wrote the book and published it back in September asked me, why did you write this? What made you want to write a book? And I'm like, why not? Why wouldn't I want to write a book and be able to share a story of triumph? So I wrote the book because even if I could write to just one person or speak to my younger self, as they say, I want to go and be able to touch her and say something to her. And I hope that for those who have read it and those who will read it, that at least one thing will be able to touch you and encourage you and inspire you. So that's why I wrote the book. And even while I was writing the book, just to be honest with you guys, like, I was still going through another level of healing while I was writing it, going back all the way to my childhood and even to now. And I was like, wow. And that's why I could say that I was untarnished, because I'm still here. I'm still in my right mind. I was able to get a job after prison, a good job at that. And so through it all, as I was going through all that and working some things out that I was even talking about in the book, I was like, wow, God, you're so amazing. And your love is so untainted, not just for me, but for Leslie, for Jerry, for John, for Tanya, and each and every person. And I don't want people to forget that, because God's love is so amazing. Even if you just look up at the sky, just think about his love. It covers the whole world. It covers the whole earth. And what a beautiful thing that he has that for each and every one of us. It blows me away. And so I want to encourage you and let you know, because we all have our own struggles, whether we tell anybody or not, that you're untarnished. That you're untarnished. Through it all, that you're still beautiful, that you're made in God's image, that he loves you, that he cares about you, that he sees you, that he hears you, that he knows your thoughts, that he knows the hairs on your head. Through it all, abuse, trauma, whatever. Somebody, maybe you haven't gone through trauma, but you've gone through your own experiences that may have hindered you or kept you back or made you ashamed. But I'm here to tell you today that you're untarnished. So, and just a couple things that I also wanted to share with you, if you don't leave here with anything else today, is that change, it starts with you. Change, it starts with you. You can't depend on your mom, your dad, or whoever else to say, why didn't they do these things, or why did they do these things? But it starts with you. So what are you going to do to develop you? What are you going to do to help you? And as I shared in the book, there was many things. I'm grateful, even through the storm, imprisonment of 5 years and 10 months, that I was still able to work out some kinks, some internal kinks within me, even in the midst of chaos and craziness in that place. But it started with me. It started with me first. And so change starts with you. Where you are now, you can make some changes. You can make some improvements, but you have to do the work. And then the second thing is forgiveness. That also starts with you. So be willing to forgive. Be willing to let go. Be willing to forgive. Be willing to let go. And then the last thing is never give up. Never give up. Never lose hope. Never give up. I don't care. You in the pits, wherever. Never give up. Never give up. All right, so that's all I got. That's all I got. I know I was going a little deep there, but thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. All these faces I will remember. Whew. And a lot of people have been asking, when are you going to write the next one? When are you going to write the next one? So you guys share with me some ideas. What you want to know about? What you want to hear?
share with you all. There are books in me, and I do want to get them out and share them with the world. So thank you, because it starts here, and I'm not despising small beginnings, because there's still a whole lot of work to do. So thank you all for being here. Real quick before you come, so Conte's gonna do the drawing. I'll be somewhere around here signing books. So of course, if you want to get your book signed, you can do that as well. We'll have a picture frame out here if you want to take some pictures. I'm happy to be in a picture with you or whatever. But thank you all so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
So,
You write a book on how to get your husband to start cooking again.
it's funny. You know, I used to cook all the time. I still do cook a little bit. Stay right here, Tracy. But when the kids got a little bit older and they don't stay in the house, and then it's just the two of us, I don't really cook that much anymore. And I realized that I was just a good father. I don't like cooking. I don't like cooking, but I used to do that because I wanted my kids to see, me and cook, and we wanted to eat well, eat healthy, not eat fast food. But yeah, I don't cook a lot. That's my mama over there. I do cook though. So while Tracy's here, I just wanted to mention too also, the decorations that are here. I can't give her credit for all of this stuff. This is pure life. But the balloons and some of the other things going on, we appreciate you helping out with that too. So the decorations look excellent. Thank you, Tracy. That's it. I want you to do that also. Okay. I got you. All right. So these paintings up here, Deb did these. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. She's very talented. So without further ado, the main reason why we did the registration because we wanted to try to get an idea how many people are going to be here. And it's like you can see the space is really big, but if we were going to have 500 people here, it might not quite work. But with that, we figured the registration would be a lot more fun if there was some prizes to it. So we have some names in the pot here, and we have 3 gifts. And so we'll start with the lowest gift, which is a $25 gift card. I'm going to let you pick this out of here. And hand it to me. And I'm going to hopefully be able to read this name. Oh, Jackie Griffin. Yeah! So that's a $25 gift card.
I'm sorry, that's... Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got it.
All right. So, do that again. Do that again. All right. This is the penmanship. Whoever wrote this. Betsy. Your name is in the top. You got a $50 gift card to us. Is that the Amazon gift card? Everybody loves Amazon, right? All right. So I'm hoping you didn't have to be here to win. Well, I was hoping the people who were here because it's a little more fun when you can hand it out. But I don't want to take this TV home with me.
Don't worry, I got enough room in the car.
So I'm hoping you come and make the TV and make it good. All right.
I got it.
Tracy's name is not in here. All right. Tina Jones Howard.
Oh, she's not here.
Oh, she's not here. Oh, Tina, if you're watching on the live stream, if you come over my house, pick the TV up, we might be playing video games on it. We'll hold it for you. All right, so we appreciate that. We appreciate all those who did register. Appreciate everybody for coming out. So many of my family and friends were here to help out and help us get things set up and get started. We had planned on having some music at the beginning of the event. That plan didn't work out exactly right. My brother-in-law, my sister's husband, David, appreciate you for, he's probably still gonna play some music. You brought the stuff out here, you might as well play. We had planned on doing that at the beginning, that didn't quite work out, but I do appreciate you. And everybody else who had anything to do with this, we appreciate it. Now I hope that everybody will hang around for a little bit, buy some books. We bought a lot of books out here, and I really don't want to take those books home with me. So I know John, he's like, you give everybody a check for like 100 of them. we got you, John. We have a big check. So this is gonna end our formal part of the This is in my formal portion of the event. The books are $10 a day. They're $10 online. Also, if you get one, and after 11:59 at night online, you won't be able to get that special deal anymore. So I encourage all y'all online to get yours now. If you're here to get it signed, that'd be great. Miss Tracy.
With your wonderful self. So this is a gift from your family. And we should know that they love you. Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
Y'all go buy some books, hang out, socialize, and all the other good stuff. We appreciate every one of y'all out here.
Oh, okay.
Straight spots. The cake, well, you completely different with the color. It does make you look different.
I got to run and get girlfriend's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to see you,
Yeah,
man.
good to see you as well. Good to see you. I really enjoyed this. It was nice. I got